Hi guys, welcome to this new episode of Inspirations. I'm Christelle. This is the podcast about knitting and yarn dyeing, and thank you so much. If you are a returning viewer, thank you very much. And if you are new to the podcast, there is a new episode every Monday at 5 p.m. There's a newsletter, very important, especially if you're interested in knowing my activity, my dates, the dates for the yarn festivals, the dates for shop updates. It's via the newsletter, and the link to subscribe is on my in the box below, in the description box below, and it's on the homepage of my website as well. Yep, and there's a shop update today. So today I'm going to share with you the colorways for the Sock Knitter's Almanac for the month of June 2024. 2014 or so. But just a few words about that. I've been dyeing yarn and creating new colorways every month since January 2021. I named this club, for lack of another word, the Sock Knitter's Almanac, inspired by the Knitter's Almanac of Elizabeth Zimmerman, and by my absolute passion for socks, knitted socks, hand knitted socks. So the Sock Knitter's Almanac, that is, and it's a new colorway it's been a new colorway every month since 2021, and since 2023 it's actually 2 new colorways every month. And because you might, wander and have a look at my shop and wonder why there is almost no yarn in there. Well, it's because usually when I put yarn in the shop, everything sells out very quickly, so I'm infinitely grateful for that. I mean, that's just, wow, crazy and super cool. But that's why when you are going in the shop, it's not like other shop where you have, quantities behind each and every colorway. That's not how I work. Because I'm not able to, sorry about that, because I'm not able to dye enough yarn to put, because I think at the June 2024 mark, it's 52 colorways of the Sock Knitter's Almanac. So I cannot have, and I have other colorways besides the Sock Knitter's Almanac. So I cannot have like 100 plus colorways always available in stock in the shop at the same time. That's not possible for me. I still work. I'm still the only dyer working for Tricot & Stitch. I have people working with me, but they're not dyeing yarn. And that's why. Okay, but what I'm doing actually is every month, for example, for June 2024, I will have the 2 new colorways that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. And then I'm going to put pre-orders in the shop later this month for colorways of June from previous years of the Sock Knitter's Almanac. So, and that will be available in the shop as a direct pre-order. But if you want to knit something else, which I can totally, understand, you just have to drop me a message via the message box on the website. So that's tricotstitch.fr, and I will be able to dye the colorway of your choice on the base of your choice. Okay. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm going to share with you the colorways of the month for Sock Knitter's Almanac for June. So first I wanted to share my inspiration, which is this. And actually sometimes, I'm putting together a mood board on a subject that I love and dye yarn accordingly. And sometimes I have this idea of a colorway and I love to anchor it in a specific topic, a specific theme, and that way this month it was this way. I had this idea of a colorway, and I decided on which theme I wanted to anchor it. So this month it's mainly about edibles. If you have a sweet tooth, you will be happy. The main colorway is called Macaron, which is macaroon, but macaron in French. It is this sweet little cake, very difficult to nail actually, and who La Degrés makes perfectly, if you catch my drift. So this is the mood board, and I'm going to share with you the colorway, and because I put them away a bit too far, I'm going to have to stand up and fetch them. So here they are. I'm missing one. Where is it? Is it? Okay. This is Macaron. So my idea actually, because I was not, my intention was not to dye a macaron yarn. I wanted to dye this sweet little neon pastel shade of pink. That was my initial idea, and I wanted to have a bit of yellow as well in there, and I really wanted to work neon colors, but in a very subtle hue of the color, not something too much in your face, but still with a little, very delicate speckling and lovely nuances throughout the skin, like I love to do. And I'm pretty happy with the colorway. And I must share with you something, because before dyeing the Almanac, I dyed a bunch of colorways. Before I had this idea of something that enabled me to explore different themes, I dyed some colors. No theme related, just some colors. And when I started dyeing, I had a colorway called Unapologetic, which was like a proto macaron, which would be the colorway that comes before macaron. Looks a bit like it, a bit rougher. And macaron is like the more evolved version of this colorway. Like it's like I reworked that colorway without having the intention of reworking that specific colorway. It came to me afterwards and was like, that reminds me of something. And yeah, I actually experienced and fooled around with a bit of dye and had that colorway. But this one is much more thought through, and although it looks like something very simple, it is actually quite complex and quite layered, and I can't wait to cake one up just to show you guys how it looks when it's all caked up and knitted up. Oh, I can't wait to knit the sample. And this was extra thin fingering. This is the same colorway. I'm sorry, but neons are especially difficult to capture on camera. It can be whether it's on a video or pictures. It's very difficult to nail the colorway. I think it's closer to reality when I go backwards a bit. When it's really close to the light like this, it looks like it's very bright and very light, but it's actually a bit more saturated than that. This is on BFL and silk. This is on mohair and silk. I wanted to experience with mohair and silk in the prototype, the very first dye bath. Usually I don't. I usually dye mohair and silk later down the road, but this time I wanted to dye first and foremost this colorway in mohair silk. I had this idea, let's fix idea. In my head, I wanted to have that colorway on mohair and silk. So yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I was so intent on having that colorway. Anyway, and the companion colorway for this month is called Meringue. So that's the couple for the month, Meringue and Macaron. And this is a lovely ivory, but not really ivory. There is no yellow in the base. It's pretty much the natural colorway of the yarn with just a hint of beige rosé, but very, very, very light. It's almost, it's very, very subtle. You can just see it, I think, here, but it's very subtle. And I wanted to have something quite neutral, you know, that could work as something to enhance more layered and variegated colorways. You need to have some neutrals just to make the whole thing work. You cannot have only variegated. It cancels out each other, so it's not cancel each other's out, so it's not working. You have to have some semi-solids, and I really like when my semi-solids are quite, you know, worked with just the tiniest hint of detail. So it's a very, very light dusting of speckles in there. I worked the base very carefully with just a hint of color, just not to be completely natural. It's not that natural color of the skin. I reworked the base color, but still it is, you could say it's off-white, and it's meringue. And it really makes me think of the meringue, like, you know, the very silky Swiss meringue, not the one that has solidified, but the one that is still, you know, super creamy, and I love that. On a lemon pie, for example, it's gorgeous. Extra fine fingering, I showed you Stellina, BFL and silk, MCN, and that's mohair and silk. And there you go, guys. I'm just going to show you the two colorways together. I'm quite happy with the result. I can't wait to cake that up and knit up the samples. I'm very happy with those two. I thought about more, you know, usually I like to have a bit more context on the in the names, for example, but I don't know. I thought of this one as meringue and macaron, and it's ticked. It's stuck. It's stuck. Yeah. And that's it for me, guys, for this week. It's a pretty short episode, but I'll see you next Monday. So next Monday is an important date if you're interested in the Advent calendar. I'm going to share with you all the information for the Advent calendar in the next episode that will be on YouTube on Monday, June the 10th at 5 p.m. Paris time. I'm being very specific and precise because I know some of you guys are eagerly waiting for the information. I've got a lot of requests coming in asking me when I'm going to talk about it and when I'm going to share the inspiration and when it's going to go on sale. So every information, relevant information will be shared in the next podcast and newsletter. That's next Monday, 5 p.m. Paris time. Because the calendar sold out very fast last year, and I have quite a lot of people, approximately half of the quantities of the calendar I'm going to put on sale will go to the waiting list first. And there is approximately half of the total quantity on the waiting list. Not everybody is going to buy the calendar, obviously, but you can expect maybe 2/3 of the quantities to go on sale, and those will go on sale in the newsletter. They won't be in the shop. It's all going to be through the newsletter. So that's why I'm especially insisting on the newsletter this time around. If you're interested in the Advent calendar, I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the newsletter. Again, the link is in the descriptions box below. It's also on my website, on the homepage. And yeah, every information will be shared next week. I don't think you can say every information. All information pertaining to the Advent calendar will be shared next week. And that's it for me, guys. I'll see you so in a week. Take care. Happy knitting. Oh no, I just wanted to share with you just one thing. Sorry, because I made progress. Oops. I made progress on one whip. I wanted to share it with you. It's on my Stunning String Studio MCAL. It's the one that is already finished. It was the one from the first trimester. It's called Paradise Point, Coastal Cove, MCAL. You know, I've been knitting Stunning String Studio patterns and yarn since 2012. It's quite the love story. And I'm not subscribing to the club every year, maybe every other year. And I'm not knitting all the mystery calls because I don't have the time, but I'm considering joining the one that is going to start on the 1st of July. And that's why I'm actually keen on finishing this one. I'm at the half of clue 6. And I still have 2 clues to go, 2 full clues to go, but I'm almost on the border, and I'm always, you know, knitting the smallest size for this shawl, or for the patterns, usually shawls, and I'm really enjoying myself. The theme for this year really speaks to me volumes, because it's all about, you know, vacation and hiking and national parks in the US. And I don't know why, but since the beginning of the year, it's like a theme that I'm really enjoying. I'm listening to creepypastas on YouTube as well, and Reddit threads, you know, on narration channels. And I'm really enjoying it, always with the theme of, you know, lost outdoor hiking horror stories or Bigfoot encounters, that kind of thing. I don't know why, but it's the theme for 2024. That's the theme. Okay, Lost in the Wood. I'm reading that kind of books as well. It's pretty funny how everything, you know, is colliding, and I'm really surrounded by this theme this year, knitting wise, reading wise, and everything I'm listening to. And yeah, I didn't choose, actually. It chose me for this year. I don't know why. Anyway, take care, happy knitting, this time is for good, and see you next Monday, 5 p.m. Bye.